Glory, one of the world's biggest MMORPGs with over 130 million players, is celebrating its 10th anniversary. In the esports scene, one name stands above all others: Yishio, the legendary battle god. As captain of Excellent Era, he led the team to 3 straight championships. But everything changes when the club decides to replace him. The rising star Sun Xiang takes over as captain and even inherits one autumn leaf, Yishio's iconic character. Forced to leave the team, Yishio is given 2 choices: retire publicly and stay away from professional competition, or remain behind the scenes. Choosing freedom over compromise, he announces his retirement and walks away. Before leaving, he tells his former teammate Su Muching that he'll take a year off before returning to glory. Soon after, Yishio enters Happy Internet Cafe and notices the owner, Chun Guo, struggling through yet another losing streak in glory. When she steps away, he casually takes over her account and wins a match in under a minute. Returning to find her defeat turned into a victory, Chun Guo is shocked. Yishio jokingly claims he could have finished even faster if his hands weren't cold. Suspecting he's a professional player, she checks his ID but finds nothing remarkable. Seeing that the cafe is hiring a night manager, Yishio applies for the position. Chun Guo agrees, and as the new 10th server opens that night, he prepares to start fresh. She is amazed when he pulls out a first edition account card, realizing he has been playing the game for nearly a decade. While creating a new character named Lord Grimm, Yishio studies beginner guides to refresh his memory of the early game content. After completing some starter quests, he retrieves a unique silver weapon called the Myriad Manifestation Umbrella. With Chun Guo asleep, he joins a dungeon party to challenge the Midnight Phantom Cat in Green Forest. The party leader, Sleeping Moon, pretends to help newcomers but secretly plans to sacrifice them so he can claim all the rewards. Yishio quickly sees through the scheme and refuses to cooperate. As the others fall one by one, Sleeping Moon tries negotiating for part of the loot, but Yishio wants the entire reward. After Sleeping Moon is defeated, Lord Grimm faces the boss alone and lands the final hit, earning the server's first kill. When he logs back in, chat is flooded with accusations spread by Sleeping Moon. Ironically, Sleeping Moon's team remains the only group willing to run dungeons with him. Together they secure another first kill in Spider Cave, attracting the attention of Blue River and the Blue Brook Guild. Convinced Lord Grimm must be a professional player on an alternate account, Blue River begins investigating him. Later, the group encounters a hidden boss. Yishio instantly develops a strategy based on the team's classes, directing everyone perfectly while teasing Sleeping Moon along the way. The plan succeeds, earning yet another server-first achievement. Impressed, Blue River finally contacts Lord Grimm and invites him to help the Blue Brook Guild claim the first clear of Frost Forest, but Lord Grimm still needs to level up before he can join. Since Blue River couldn't wait for Lord Grimm to level up, they decided to go for a Frost Forest record clear instead of a first clear. Naturally, Yishio demanded rare crafting materials as payment. After some bargaining, both sides agreed to the deal. The next morning, Yishio finds the entire internet cafe gathered around the TV. Excellent Era is holding a press conference to officially announce Yishio's retirement. Fans are devastated, and Chun Guo is brought to tears. She accuses Yishio of not caring, still unaware of who he really is. He calmly tells her that nobody cares more than he does. Yishio may have retired, but Yishio is still here. Later, Lord Grimm arrives at Frost Forest, where Blue Brook Guild members are waiting. Even though he's still an unspecialized character, he immediately takes command and orders a complete change to the party lineup. The guild members are confused, and Blue River begins to doubt him. Lord Grimm then proposes a dangerous one-wave rush strategy, leaving everyone convinced he has lost his mind. As the run begins, Lord Grimm charges straight into a huge crowd of monsters. Instead of being overwhelmed, he skillfully dodges every attack using advanced techniques that leave the guild stunned. He demonstrates abilities unique to unspecialized characters, proving the class is far more powerful than most players think. Before the team realizes it, the monsters are already heading their way. Following Lord Grimm's instructions, they work together perfectly and successfully complete the run. Their efforts earn them a new Frost Forest record of 20 minutes and 24 seconds. Afterward, Blue River proudly claims Lord Grimm has joined Blue Brook Guild, only for Yishio to leave immediately after the dungeon is finished. The following day, Chun Guo's friend Tang Ro arrives at the cafe. Chun asks her to challenge a player she has never been able to beat. Tang wins effortlessly. Yishio notices her incredible speed and reaction time, but when she says the game feels too easy, his interest is instantly sparked. Chun arranges a match between Tang and Yi. Despite her talent, Tang suffers defeat after defeat. Yi explains that glory requires much more than fast hands. Experience, strategy, and game sense are equally important. Determined to improve, Tang creates her own character, Soft Mist, and chooses the Battle Mage class. Meanwhile, news spreads of a wild boss called Bloodgunner Yage. As major guilds prepare to fight over it, a reckless rookie named Steamed Bun Invasion charges in alone. Just as he's about to get overwhelmed, Lord Grimm appears, saves him, and invites the unusual newcomer into his party. As the fight against Bloodgunner Yage reaches its climax, the cemetery suddenly bursts open and hundreds of zombies rise from the ground. The guild members are stunned. Lord Grimm's massive combo has triggered the boss's berserk mode. Instead of fighting the rival guilds, Yi Shou orders everyone to run. Steamed Bun Invasion and the other newcomers follow him, dragging the boss away from the chaos. By the time Sleeping Moon and the Full Moon Guild arrive, it is already too late. The system soon announces that the first kill of Bloodgunner Yage belongs to Lord Grimm and his team, shocking the entire server. Not long after, Blue River contacts Yi again, hoping he will help Blue Brook Guild break another Frost Forest record. Yi refuses, explaining that he already has plans with tyrannical ambition. Soon, a new server announcement appears. Excellent Dynasty has claimed the Frost Forest record with a time of 13 minutes and 24 seconds. The achievement catches the attention of tyrannical ambition Captain Han Wenqing. Based on information from his teammates, he suspects Yi Shou may be involved in these record-setting runs. Meanwhile, Yi is quietly building his own team. He already has a brawler and a battle mage, but still needs a launcher. When Chun Gua asks who he has in mind, Yi simply smiles. That night, the cafe streams a professional match between Excellent Era and Team 301. Sun Xiang looks unstoppable while using one autumn leaf, and everyone expects Excellent Era to win. However, Yi predicts the opposite. He explains that their teamwork has become a mess. Before the match result is shown, the cafe loses power. Later, they discover Team 301 actually won. The following day, Lu Hao and another Excellent Era player enter the cafe while drunk. Lu Hao immediately starts mocking Yi Shou. This time, Yi fires back, exposing Lu Hao's flaws as a player and reminding him of his failures. Then he points to the cafe rules and throws them out. Back in glory, Lord Grimm meets up with tyrannical ambition members outside Frost Forest. Alongside Steamed Bun Invasion and Soft Mist, a launcher named Cleansing Mist joins the team. Crowd Lover is impressed by everyone's skill, especially when Cleansing Mist uses a professional-level technique. Unknown to him, the player behind the character is Suma Qing, Yi Shou's former teammate. Together, the group breaks the Frost Forest record with a time of 13 minutes and 5 seconds. However, Excellent Dynasty soon takes the record back. After reaching level 25, Yi decides to stop chasing records. Meanwhile, Lu Hao creates a new character called Hateful Sword to spy on Lord Grimm, only to be mocked and completely shut down by Yi once again. Hateful Sword is invited to join Lord Grimm's group as they prepare to challenge the Boneyard Dungeon. Yi Shou introduces a new strategy designed to break the server record. Meanwhile, Lu Hao becomes so obsessed with spying on Lord Grimm that he spends the entire day on the 10th server and completely forgets about his professional match against Huang Xiaotian. Entering the game unprepared, he gets crushed. To make matters worse, Excellent Dynasty later sets a new Boneyard record using the very strategy Yi had developed. Afterward, Lu Hao messages Yi, pretending to be someone else. However, Yi immediately exposes him, calling him out by name and revealing that he knew Hateful Sword was Lu Hao all along. Not long after, a mysterious visitor appears outside the internet cafe and signals for Yi to meet him behind the building. The stranger turns out to be Huang Xiaotian, vice captain of Blue Rain and the legendary Sword Saint. Logging into glory as Flowing Tree, he joins Ye's team to help challenge the Boneyard record. Ye's new plan involves trapping enemies against a cliff to save valuable seconds. With Huang's help and a newly upgraded weapon, the team confidently begins their run. Lord Grimm, Soft Mist, Cleansing Mist, Steamed Bun Invasion, and Flowing Tree work together flawlessly and successfully set a new Boneyard record of 16 minutes and 24 seconds. Later, Huang asks Yi why he chose retirement. Yi explains that Suma Qing still has 2 years left on her contract with Excellent Era. Until then, he has no intention of returning to the professional scene. Meanwhile, guild leaders across the 10th server discuss the sudden appearance of several anonymous expert players. While everyone is confused, Herb Garden's leader remains unusually quiet. As he trains with Tang Rou, Steamed Bun, Sleeping Moon, and 7 fields, they sense someone watching them. Suddenly, Plantago Seed launches an attack. Despite Tang's incredible speed and Steamed Bun's aggressive style, they are quickly overwhelmed. Lord Grimm steps in and manages to repel the attacker, but Yi realizes the player isn't actually Plantago Seed. It's someone far more dangerous controlling the account, Wang Jieshi, captain of Tiny Herb and holder of the title Magician. Intrigued by Lord Grimm, Wang orders his reserve team to create new accounts and hunt him down. Soon, multiple Tiny Herb members begin attacking Yi across the server. Using advanced techniques, Lord Grimm easily avoids their assaults and even turns them against each other. After several days of non-stop harassment, Yi finally challenges the entire Tiny Herb squad. The players eagerly rush him all at once, only to discover it was a trick. He dodges their attacks, escapes across the city, jumps from a building, and logs off before they can catch him. Later, he challenges Tiny Herb to an arena match, but with one condition: they must defeat Tang Rou first. Although she loses against the professional players, the experience only strengthens her resolve. Instead of giving up, Tang becomes even more determined to grow stronger. The group heads to the arena, where Yishio raises the stakes by demanding a collection of rare materials as the prize. The matches begin, and Lord Grimm quickly defeats the first opponent. Meanwhile, Tang Rou is facing Gao Ingjie, but he takes nearly 3 minutes to win. Captain Wang Jieshi isn't impressed and scolds him for his slow progress. After the match, Yi gives Gao Ingjie some advice. He suggests that instead of playing an assassin, he should switch to a Ghost Blade, a class that better suits his natural style. At the same time, Wang pulls Tang Rou aside for a private conversation. Although she refuses to reveal the details later, it's clear his words leave an impression on her. The final battle is Lord Grimm versus Wang Jieshi's character, Fiery Blaze. The duel quickly becomes the highlight of the event. During the fight, Yi destroys a pillar, creating a ring of fire around the arena. Wang immediately adapts by switching to ice-based attacks. Both players continue increasing their speed and intensity, pushing their skills to the limit. The battle is so evenly matched that nobody can predict the outcome. In the end, neither player manages to defeat the other, resulting in a draw. Later that night, Tang asks Yi what life as a professional player is really like. She reveals that Wang offered to recruit her, but she turned him down. Yi tells her that if she truly enjoys glory, then it doesn't matter whether she's a professional or an ordinary player. What matters is having fun with the game. Inspired by Ye's advice, Gao Ingjie creates a new Ghost Blade character called 1-Inch Ash. The following day, a tall blonde young man arrives at Happy Internet Cafe looking for Lord Grimm. Chun Guo mistakes him for a troublemaker and nearly throws him out before learning that he's actually Steamed Bun Invasion in real life. Soon, rumors spread throughout the 10th server that Lord Grimm helped the small Full Moon Guild set a dungeon record for only a tiny payment. This causes guild leaders everywhere to compete for his services. But Yi keeps his promise and helps Full Moon Guild secure a new Desolate Lands record. Not wanting to fall behind, Blue Brook Guild brings in stronger players from the Heavenly Domain. While preparing for another run, Yi, Tang Rou, and Steamed Bun sense they're being watched. Their suspicions prove correct when 1-Inch Ash appears, followed by a group of guildless players who launch a surprise attack. Despite being heavily outnumbered, the team successfully fights them off. Soon afterward, Blade Master Poplar Beach attacks as well, but Yi and Steamed Bun defeat him with ease. Changing Spring then personally meets Yi and discusses Blue Brook Guild's record. He points out that the run could have been even faster if Blue River had participated. Meanwhile, at Blue Rain headquarters, Yu Wonjo analyzes the recent dungeon records and battle footage. His investigation allows him to uncover the identities behind several mysterious characters, including Flowing Tree, Hateful Sword, and Lord Grimm. Shortly after, Huang Xiaotian sends Yi a message with troubling news. Their identities have been exposed, and the dungeon records gave everything away. After exposing the identities behind several mysterious accounts, Yu Wonjo only needs to connect the dots to figure everything out. Yishio jokingly replies that it's a shame the Blue Rain captain has such a low APM for a professional player. Amused, Yu Wonjo challenges him to a duel. Using his warlock character, Yu relies on strategy and precise positioning, while Yi counters with incredible speed and adaptability. Despite Yu's tactical brilliance, Yi wins the match through sheer mechanical skill. Afterward, Yu points out that once Glory's level cap reaches 95, unspecialized characters like Lord Grimm will lose much of their advantage. Meanwhile, Yi reads a strategy guide written by a player named Concealed Light. Although the writer is clearly inexperienced, Yi is impressed that he correctly analyzed tactics he never personally witnessed. The guide catches his attention immediately. Later, Su Muching arrives at the internet cafe disguised in a hood. After logging in, the group gathers to avenge the apparent death of Soft Mist. Unknown to them, Lord Grim, Cleansing Mist, Steamed Bun Invasion, and 1-Inch Ash have all become targets for multiple guilds. While trying to escape pursuers, Steamed Bun accidentally falls into a well. Hearing a strange voice below, he panics and attacks first. The unfortunate victim turns out to be Concealed Light himself. Rather than getting angry, Concealed Light helps Steamed Bun escape and quickly analyzes the situation. Using clever tactics, he creates a plan that allows them to shake off their pursuers. Curious about the newcomer, Yi asks Steamed Bun to bring him to Kanji Forest. There, they discover the truth. Several guilds have joined forces to hunt Lord Grim's team. He calls Huang Xiaotian for backup. Huang immediately arrives but gets frustrated when enemy players ignore him because his character level is too low to be worth fighting. Determined to prove himself, he charges after them anyway, defeating several opponents and even stealing an orange-grade weapon. As the battle escalates, both Yi and Huang run out of mana and find themselves surrounded. Just when things seem hopeless, reinforcements arrive. Su Muching, Tang Rou, Steamed Bun, and Concealed Light join the fight. Even while working at the cafe and taking customer orders, Yi continues directing the battle. Thanks to his leadership, the team successfully defeats the combined guild forces. After the victory, Huang points out something Yi hadn't fully realized before. Without meaning to, he has assembled a lineup that resembles a future professional team. Soon afterward, a powerful wild boss appears in Line Canyon. Steamed Bun suggests stealing the kill from Tyrannical Ambition, creating another headache for the guild. Concerned by Lord Grim's growing influence, Tyrannical Ambition's guild leader seeks help from the professional team. Vice Captain Zhang Xinjie studies footage of Lord Grim and concludes that the player is most likely Yi Xiu. Using new 10th server accounts, Tyrannical Ambition launches an attack. Lord Grim is suddenly ambushed by Cold Knight and Crowd Lover. With Zhang Xinjie directing every move, the attackers coordinate perfectly. Even for Yi Xiu, escaping their carefully planned trap won't be easy. Han Wenqing finally arrives to confront Lord Grim in person. After a brief exchange, he becomes certain of what he already suspected: Lord Grim is Yi Xiu. Furious, Han demands answers. Why did Yi retire? Had he forgotten the dream they once shared? His words bring back memories from 9 years earlier when two legendary players dominated glory. Yi Xiu's One Autumn Leaf and Han Wenqing's Desert Dust were undefeated rivals feared throughout the game. When the professional league was created, they joined different teams and met in the first championship finals. In the end, Yi led Excellent Era to victory and established himself as the top player in glory. Now, nearly a decade later, the two rivals face each other once again. Their battle is intense, but neither side wins. Before the fight ends, Yi promises that he will return to the professional scene someday. Satisfied with that answer, Han leaves, determined to wait for his old rival's comeback. Back at Happy Internet Cafe, Chunghua unveils a special surprise: Team Happy's brand new uniforms. With the guild growing stronger, Yi begins officially preparing for his return to glory. More players continue joining Happy, while Steamed Bun enthusiastically promotes the guild on the streets. As Happy prepares for an important dungeon run, Tang Rou and Su Muching ask Yi if he's worried about the challenge ahead. Yi remains completely confident because he's secretly invited a few extra helpers. Meanwhile, leaders from Blue Brook, Herb Garden, and Tyrannical Ambition gather to discuss how to slow Happy's rapid growth. Since openly attacking the guild would cause problems, they decide to sabotage Happy's Guardian Demon Dungeon run instead. Their plan is simple: send 15 spies into the 20-player raid and ruin it from the inside. Unfortunately for them, they underestimate Yi Xiu. Throughout the dungeon, anyone who acts suspiciously or ignores instructions is immediately identified and kicked from the guild. The spies never get a chance to interfere. Under Ye's leadership, the raid proceeds smoothly, and Happy successfully clears the dungeon. After the victory, Yi casually thanks the spies for helping with the run. He reveals that he knew their identities from the beginning. Embarrassed, most of them leave immediately. Only one player remains behind, Peerless Looks. However, Peerless Looks accidentally exposes himself as Blue River. He quickly figures out who he is and even announces in guild chat that new members can ask Peerless Looks for help. Blue River can only watch in frustration. Soon afterward, Blue River reveals a major secret to the other guilds. Happy's leader is none other than Yi Xiu himself. At the same time, a notorious player named All Accomplished leaves Blue Brook and joins Happy, giving rival guilds an excuse to openly attack. The conflict erupts at Thousand Waves Lake. Expecting an easy victory, the major guilds wait for Happy to appear. And that's where this chapter of the story comes to an end. With Yishio stepping into the heavenly domain, building Team Happy, and shaking the entire glory scene, his road back to the professional league has officially begun. Can he create a team strong enough to challenge the pros and reclaim his throne? Stay tuned to find out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more anime recaps. Thanks for watching.